you look at this, you can see that, wow, there's an escalation of argument going on here. What's Jesus' reaction to this? Let's look at Mark 5:9-12, because it's very, very telling.
And he, Jesus, was asking him, "What is your name?" And he said to him, "My name is Legion, for we are many." And he began to implore him earnestly not to send them out of the country. Now, Luke 8:31 adds, "into the deep," meaning pit. Continuing with verse 11. Now there was a large herd of swine feeding nearby on the mountain, and the demons implored him, saying, "Send us into the swine, so that we may enter them." Now, a legion was the largest unit of the Roman army, with maybe 3,000 to 6,000 soldiers. Many demons were involved, and by announcing themselves as such, they were trying to show power in numbers to intimidate Jesus. But we don't know how many there really were.
This to me is the scariest scripture in the Bible. Whenever I read this, I hear him saying, "My name is Legion, for we are many." And it just really bothers me. So this ends up giving us more revealing insight into the spiritual realm, because there's obviously this hierarchy, because the demons clearly fear the power of Jesus. They know they're not more powerful, and they know that Jesus can't be tricked or misled by the rest of these puny humans. And I don't think, though, that we're given a good reason as to why they asked to go into the pigs, the swine. By possessing any individual willing to let them in, they had some freedom, maybe, that they didn't want to lose. But were they trying to demonstrate to those watching that the demon's motive was to destroy the man like they did to the pigs? I mean, why the pigs? Why were the pigs there, by the way?
Well, yeah, that's a whole big question. This was very much a Gentile country, but Jews lived there. They shouldn't have been raising pigs if they were Jews. Okay, let's understand that right from the start. But here's the thing about that. Let's keep the context in mind.
Okay.
Previously, they said, "I implore you by God, do not, find out who I really am before the time." They knew that Jesus had the power to snuff them out. And then again, when he says, "What is your name?" Notice that Jesus didn't react with a response to, "Oh, you said that to me. Well, here's what I'm going to say to you." He just says, "What's your name?" And what he does is he brings the whole tone back to the point where he is in control. And you notice they say, well, there's too many of them to name, so they say, "We're Legion."
Yeah.
And
Goosebumps.
they but they are obeying what Jesus has said. You got to see that. Now they want to go into the pigs. Why the pigs? First of all, the pigs are convenient because they're right there. Secondly, the scripture specifically says they didn't want to be sent out of the country. They didn't want to be sent out of where they were because they had a good thing going. There was a lot of paganism around, and they were enjoying. I don't know if I could use that word, but they're enjoying their power and influence over the people, whether they are uh, possessing someone or just the darkness of influence. They've got influence. Thirdly, they're saying, "Don't send us out of this country into the pit, into destruction. Don't kill us, please." I think that they chose the pigs because they were there and they were afraid and just, okay, we won't bother the men. Just send us there. Just,
Mm.
just give us the opportunity to stay alive. The fact that these demons twice mentioned to Jesus not to destroy them shows the profound fear they had for who he was and the power of God's spirit within him. This is one of the key points of this whole discussion. There were many of them. You'd think they'd gang up on him. Oh, no, no,
Mm.
they couldn't. They wouldn't, because he was far too powerful for all of them. The request was to be able to just simply stay and be who they were, where paganism was rampant. So what